Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eliza and I do videos on budgeting, personal finance, and investing. Today I'm going to be sharing my March budget for 2023 and closing out February's budget. So starting off with February, I received $4,593.53 for my paycheck. My rent was $14.95. I had $5.13 for subscriptions. My gym membership was $62.98. My electricity bill was $153.50, although I had budgeted $225, so that was a bit under, which was nice. And I had a credit card payment at the start of the month of $56.37. And that was to zero out my credit card at the start of February for what was carried over from going over budget in January. For savings and debt payments, I put $200 on my student loan. I invested $300 into my tax-free savings account, and then at the end of the month I invested another $100 because I was under budget on my variable expenses. And then I saved $800 into our home down payment fund and $400 into our travel fund. For expenses, I budgeted $300 for groceries and was pretty much right on that mark. I budgeted $60 for restaurants but spent $77.83. I budgeted $200 for pets but spent $65.52, so that was under by quite a bit. Gas was $80, which I paid for. I budgeted $100 for personal, which I didn't buy anything in that category. Coffee and treats, this one I'm pretty impressed with. I budgeted $40 and it was $37.78, which is I think one of the first times I've been on budget for coffee in a month, so I thought that was kind of cool. Entertainment, I budgeted $30 and I ended up spending $111 because, like many people, I bought the new Hogwarts Legacy game. So that is over what I budgeted, but I am totally fine with that. Another over budget category was takeout. My budget was $50 and I spent $126.36. February was a very long, cold, wintry month in Canada, and we ended up ordering pizza quite a few times. So that's what happened there, but that's fine. Shopping, I budgeted $100 and spent $0. Seasonal, I budgeted $0. Apple account, I budgeted $20 and that's what I topped up my account with. And then miscellaneous, I budgeted $40 and I spent $28 on a dental fee that my insurance didn't end up covering. So it was a pretty good month. Even though I spent over budget in some categories, I was under in others, which is why I was able to put that extra $100 onto my tax-free savings account. So February was a pretty good month, and now let's get March set up. So my March paycheck was the same as February, which is $4,593.53. I'm thinking that this is what my paycheck will be for the foreseeable future. And then looking at bills, my rent payment was $14.95. I had $16.99 in subscriptions, $62.98 for my gym membership, and I've budgeted $225 for electricity. It's still more than it, like last month was about $150, but I still like to budget high for electricity just because all of our utilities in our apartment are electric. So if we have a cold spell or something like that, then our electricity bill will go up quite a bit. But I've budgeted $1,800 for bills for March. For debt payment, I'm going to do another $200 on student loans, and that's already been paid. And then I'll be investing $300 again for tax-free savings account, which is sort of the minimum I set for myself as my monthly goal. and that's already been invested. And then looking at savings, I put another $800 into our down payment fund and another $400 into our travel sinking fund. And then for expenses, I really liked my starting point for last month. So I'm going to go into February and I'm just going to copy this, these categories and the budget. And then I'm just going to paste this. And then I'm just going to make a few tweaks. So for groceries, I think I'm going to bump this down to $250 and just see what happens there. Restaurants, I think $60. I'm going to just bump it up to $70 and see how that goes. Pets, now the funny thing is I didn't end up buying any pet food in February, but it means I need even more in March because I get both wet food and dry food for our cats. So I'm going to put that at $300 because that's going to be a little bit more this month. And then gas, I'm going to keep at $80. Personal, I'm going to keep at $100 because I do need a bunch of things from the pharmacy, like toothpaste, body wash, makeup remover, some skincare. That's sort of the stuff that I categorize under personal. Coffee treats, I'll keep at $40. I've been making most of my coffee at home, so this is going pretty well. Entertainment, I'm going to keep at $30. Takeout, I'm going to keep that at $50. Shopping, $100. Seasonal, we're going to do $0 again because I don't think there's anything. And then Apple account, I'll budget $20. And miscellaneous, I'm just going to bump this up to $70. And let's see, so I'm under by $16.44, so that means I'm a little bit over on something. Maybe I'll just pop this back down to $50. Not a lot of wiggle room here. I mean, I do consider the miscellaneous to be wiggle room, but we'll see how this ends up going. So yeah, let's see, for expenses, that's $1,090, and last month I ended up spending a total of $843. Like, that seems really low, but I think that's right. But it was a short month and I was kind of hibernating, so I'll probably make up for that in March. Like, I would imagine I'll probably be a little bit over in March, which is fine though, because I'll be getting a tax refund either in March or April. So if I do end up over budget with a credit card balance, I'll be able to pay that off in the next month or so. So I'm not super worried about it. So that's it for the March budget, but let's just take a look at my trackers. We have an emergency fund of $15,000. I think that's sufficient for now. My husband and I both have fairly steady jobs and we would be eligible for employment insurance. So I think that's fine for now. We're working on a down payment of, the goal I set was $40,000 as like a starting kind of milestone to hit. So we have just over 20,000 right now. So that's being built up. And then we have a vet car sinking fund. So this is for all of our vet bills, any kind of unexpected vehicle maintenance or expected vehicle maintenance. Like, for instance, we'll get our tires swapped from winter tires to summer in the next month or so, which is about $200 to $300. So that comes out of this fund, and any additional insurance, that sort of thing. So this is at $4,600 right now, and I usually put savings from my husband's paycheck into this account. Our travel fund is sitting at, let's see, the goal was $3,000 and it's currently at $1,900, so that's going pretty good. We have a few trips potentially at the end of this year that we're working towards saving, so that's coming along. For investments, I have a tax-free savings account, and my goal this year is to contribute $6,500, which is the full added contribution room for 2023. So I've put in $1,000 so far this year, which is 15.4%. So that's going pretty good. Once I get my tax refund, I'll probably put a big chunk in, but that's going well so far. And then debts, my student loans are sitting at $10,700, and this is with the Canada Federal Student Loan Service, which is 0% interest indefinitely. So I'm not rushing to pay those down. And then we have a car loan that's also at 0% interest, and that is at $37,807. So this comes out of my husband's paycheck, but I track it in this spreadsheet so that I can see what the balance is. So we've got about $48,507 of debt, which we're working on paying down. We're not in a rush because our interest rates are at 0, but I am cognizant that this is a fairly large balance for in the future when we're going to try to buy a home. But we have some time to work on that still, so I'm not stressing about it. All right, so that is everything for the month of March. Let me know how your month is coming along, if you've budgeted any differently this month based on how the month before went, or if you kind of keep it the same every month and try to hit your targets all over again. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.